How's it going, everybody? Today we're going to be rebuilding an older Pentair Creepy Crawly Great White vacuum cleaner. I've collected a few of these models over some period of time. These models, they were no longer being used by the clients. They had bad parts in them, and a lot of them were just not worth it to repair. So I've collected probably about 3 of them and stored them in our warehouse, and today I'm going to be rebuilding them. I've gotten all the best main parts, like the body, the internal underbody, and I've combined them all into one, and I'm going to be rebuilding this one with all the internal parts to ensure that this one works well. I'm going to be keeping this in my warehouse for the strict reason of utilizing this for when we do fire ups on swimming pools, new pool startups. That typically pools are open aired and do not have the screen enclosures, and they have high debris that falls into them. This is the only cleaner, this one, the Creepy Crawly Great White or the Pentair Dorado, are the only 2 cleaners that is safe to use on a new resurfaced swimming pool, for the simple fact that does not have any wheels or any type of markings that's going to mark up the pool. It has all the brushes that is typical that you're going to be brushing your swimming pool anyway. So this is probably the only safest vacuum cleaner suction side that you can use on a newly renovated swimming pool. So we're going to rehab this, and we're going to show you today on tearing this apart, the breakdown and the rebuilding of all these parts inside. Okay, so first thing you want to do is go ahead and turn your vacuum cleaner around, and I'm going to bring this in a little bit closer. Okay, and I'm going to be pointing out where you're going to be unscrewing this. So as we can see, some of the models, the earlier models, they only had 2 screws on either side. This is the newer style before they changed it over. This is the inner body that we took from another cleaner that we put on here. So this is a newer undercarriage body that we put on there. So on the older bodies, you're going to have 2 here, and then 1 back in here, and then 1 over in here. Obviously, if you have it reversed, it is reversed. If you have the newer body style, you're going to have 4 on the outside and 2 on the inside. So those are the 4 screws that we're going to be needing to take off right now. Okay, so next thing you want to do is go ahead and turn the unit back over, and right here you're going to twist a 1/4 of a turn, and you're going to pull straight up side to side very gently. It does have these 2 tabs that go right into this slot right here, so just go ahead and lift that up, place that to the side, and gently go ahead and wiggle up the exterior body cavity. Now we have fully exposed the internals right here. Okay, you can also take apart, this is the brush surround. Okay, you can go ahead and pick that up and place that to the side. Right here on the exterior, we will be replacing our skirt, since our skirt is relatively but it's just old, it's been in the water, but it's kind of like to the pretty well, but we're going to be replacing with a brand new one. So go ahead and remove the skirt, because we're going to be replacing it. Okay, now here we have this chamber. To remove it, there have 2 tabs right here. Go ahead and you press up on one, press it inside, lift up, press on the other side and lift up, remove it and place it to the side. If you do have these tabs are broken, you want to go ahead and replace this chamber. Okay, now what we're going to be doing is we are going to fully be this is the oscillator. Okay, and this is our we have all the parts right here. That is this is our skirt. That's the part number there for the skirt. Okay, this is our idler gears. We have 3 of them, 2 right here and 1 right here in the center. So that's that. This is our oscillator kit right here, completely. Okay, and then here we have our 3-leg cam which is right here. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is, I like to take off this gear. You will need a smaller number 1 Phillips screwdriver with the smaller head to take off the idler gears right here. Go ahead and gently lift that up. Okay, and be careful not to lose this, because you will be you can go ahead and take these apart, these 2 gears, and keep this, because this is where your new 2 gears are going to be coming to. So don't lose that screw. Okay, what you could tell is with these older ones, when this is moving, okay, this gear clamps onto this gear, which moves this gear, which moves these other gears. But over time, through the water and the chemistry, and these gears are rotating, sometimes the actual, if we look very closely, okay, the gears themselves have worn on the teeth. And we're going to show you the new teeth on the new idler gear and all the other ones. And a lot of times they may not look like it, but they are slipping. So we can tell the pointiness of this one versus this one. Okay, so the more pointier, and even inside of here, it's more defined. So this is what causes the unit to skip gears and not grab properly. Okay, so now to remove this, all you got to do is pull up on these 2 tabs right here. And sometimes your 3rd leg may be caught underneath, so lift up and twist. This whole entire section completely lifts up, like so. Okay, go ahead and take off one of your blocks. Okay, and if you want, you can place them down the way that they came. Put this over here. Then comes your 3rd leg. Then comes one of your cam gears. Then comes the interior part with the spring. And then comes this, the actual oscillator. And these are your seals right here. So we're going to be opening up our oscillator kit, and we're going to be rebuilding this right now. Okay, so on the left right here is all the parts that we've taken off from the old kit, and all the parts here in the center are from the new kit. Right here in the center, this is all the parts that came in the oscillator kit. These 3 parts. For some reason, I thought that in the oscillator kit it would come with this part, but it doesn't. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to retain this part. Okay, so the first, what we need to do is go ahead and take your rod, okay, and then your oscillator kit. Put your seals on the inside of both ends, okay, and then go ahead and insert. Well, that doesn't even fit. This doesn't even fit in here. It goes in this one. It can go in this one. Freaking fit. All right, guys, so I want to show you guys something here. So I knew something was really weird about this kit. Okay, this is the oscillator kit. Okay, and I'm going to show you the breakdown schematics of this book. See, Creepy Crawly Great White. Okay, so the oscillator kit is number 18 right here. Okay, it says it includes number 17, which is the seals, which are you know, the pieces, these pieces right here that goes inside of the ratchet part. Okay, and if you look at number 18, it comes with this, the ratchet, and this part, which is supposed to be not this. This is a part of a different part. Okay, it comes with this, the spring. Okay, it comes with this part. Okay, but it does not come with what I found very strange. See, the difference in this set is this is number one, just so that you understand this bar, okay, this bar is supposed to be free, and what holds this in place is when we have the two blocks inside, okay, inside there, and then we have the other block, okay, that's on this side. One quick second. And we have the other block here, okay, that holds this, that holds the the main bar, and which allows this to move freely. This new style that's coming with, let me show you the difference here. Let me take this back apart. I'm gonna have to investigate this more. These two blocks here and moving the interior part. Okay, look at the big difference. Okay, that size versus that size. Okay, which does not even allow for the bar to freely move in there, okay, because if that was so tight, then this would not ratchet freely, which would not allow this to work. So I'm gonna have to investigate this a little bit more to see why this is changed. Okay, because it's supposed to come with this piece, which is this. So everything that came inside of this kit, the G9503, was this, okay. It had our two seals, okay. It had our spring. It had this, and it had this. So that's all that came in there. And as you can see here, we have that. We have our two seals. Okay, you see the schematics 18. But this, the actual ratchet, and this part, which you can't buy that part separately. They don't even have a line for it. Okay. It's completely different. So, you know, even if you were to try to set it up, put this on my other one, okay, even if you were trying to set it up, okay, what's gonna, number one, this bar does not fit in here properly, okay. So tight. Okay, but what's gonna make this ratchet? You know, what's gonna, see, this goes in here, and then this is supposed to go in here like this. So that's the way that works. But without this piece, nothing's gonna catch. And I can't put this piece in there because it just doesn't fit. Because of the size difference. See that? So either this is wrong, this was improperly manufactured, or I just got to do a little bit more research on this to see why this part didn't come inside of this kit when the parts booklet clearly states. And this is a 2020 catalog. Very interesting, guys. So we're gonna come back to this this repair, and this is good for anybody trying to replace this and update this, because this is even the same for the Pentair Dorado. It's the same part number, G95 GW9503, and they show it to be the same as the Great White, because they are basically the same cleaner, just a different body, exterior body. All the internal workings are the same. Every part number is the same. So we're going to investigate this and we're going to come back. Alrighty, so we got our right part again. We went back to our distributor and made sure that if you remember on the last part of this, when we opened up our oscillator kit, our actual oscillator was a little bit different. It didn't come with this part that loops in here. Remember the other one, I think it was poorly manufactured from the manufacturer, but we made sure that now we have the correct one that goes for this unit. Although even though it had the right part number and everything, remember the old oscillator didn't come with this part. So nevertheless, we're going to start back up again. You're going to go ahead and you're going to grab your rod. You're going to slide this through your rod. And you're going to go this way here. See? So that can go freely. I'm going to go take one of our tabs. And we're just going to place it here for now. I'm going to get these two white parts. I'm going to slide them in. Slide this back a little bit so you can put this on the inside in here, just like that, and then you can put this, put that back so that stays in place. And this other side goes right in here like that. I'll get that other one. Okay, that takes care of that. Okay, the next part is we're going to be building the other half of the oscillator. So inside the bag you're going to have this part here. It's a two-part section, and inside here there's also a spring. So the spring goes inside of here, and then this part goes in there. Okay, you fit that right in there. Go ahead and pick up your, that connects right out to there. Okay, now you get your three-part wheel. You get one of your wheels, and you're going to be building this side of the wheel here. So this one goes this way. All of the gears are going to be, if you have it oriented like this, all the gears on this side is going to be facing to your right. It drops right back down in there. You will need a smaller screwdriver for this side here. Okay. Now you get your other two screws, two gears rather. They're just gonna go back to back with each other. Go ahead and lift up your rod, back to back, and they get your 1 gear and the B. They're labeled, okay, B, A, B, C. The B part is gonna be, I always place it facing upwards, and then these gears are gonna fit inside of each other there. You have to jiggle them and wiggle them for them to work. So we got a new oscillator kit back from our distributor. I was just going through everything, making sure everything was fitting. So as you remember, our old oscillator did not come with this part inside of the bag, and then even the opening was way smaller. Looked like it was only long enough for the rod, and it still wasn't even fitting. But make sure that when you're purchasing your oscillator kit that you look at their packaging well, because as you can see in our case, we had one that was not properly manufactured. So you want to go ahead and take your the knocker here, I call it, and you're going to put your guards on the inside, or I believe they call them the seals. You place those two inside of there, and then you take your rod, slide it through the center hole, and then get one of your blocks. Okay, and then you can go ahead and you're getting ready to assemble this. So what I do is I basically hold this here, and I hold the oscillator with myself. Now the next one that you're going to grab is this wheel fin disc. You're going to slide this one in and connect it together. Then you're going to get your spring, slide that forward, and it's going to go inside of these notches here. And then you're going to go ahead and take this wheel, and with it this way, you'll notice the interior holes are going to match up with these knockers here. So you're going to go ahead and slide that through, make sure the spring goes inside, and push them both together. Okay, so we're going to set this aside for now. Okay, now we're going to assemble this side of it, where we're going to be taking two of these wheels and facing the smaller ridged gear part facing to the right. If you have your orientation this way, facing this smaller one to the right. So you're going to take two of them, put two of those together, and you're going to slide and put them in here with this and screw them down. You will need a smaller head screwdriver to accomplish this. Okay, now you're going to take your third wheel, you're going to slide that in the same way. They're just going to basically be touching each other, and then your bigger gear, the three-legged gear they call it. So now we're ready to slide this in, put your oscillator, fit your seals inside. You're going to see that it's gonna fall. Push your rod over until the blocks fall into the hole. And you will need to kind of maneuver the gears a little bit. Take notice, if you on the three-legged gear there's A, B, C. I like to rotate it where the B is on top of this push rod right here to start off with. And then don't forget your other side of your block. Just like that. Okay? So that's how you're going to be assembling the gears. Now you're going to go ahead and you're going to take your chamber and you're going to place your chamber right on top. Be careful with the locking tabs. Okay. Now, what I like to do is, at this point, is install our new skirt around. Okay, and take notice, one side says outside. Okay, so you're basically going to be lining it up this way, and the outside, this is going to fit, stay like this. So you want to fit this around, okay? and line up the holes and find the, I believe it goes this way if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, where it ties together is going to go directly in the center of the back. Okay. Now what you're going to do is you're going to find the tabs associated with it and go around and fixing the skirt along the tab holes, going around just wrapping it right around. Make sure it's nicely lined up with the raised ribbed area here. That stays like that. Again, there goes our marker outside. So if you can read it, and that way you're putting it on the right way. This is going to be lower. Okay, so that's how you install the skirt around the body. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to take our brushes and we're gonna fix it on here. You will have to slide the skirt behind the bristles a little bit, so it's gonna take a little bit of work to get it done, but just go ahead and work with it as you slide it over so that it looks like that. Okay, now we're ready to place this on the inside. Okay, and I'm gonna flip mine this way because I'm gonna flip this over and into there. Okay, now we go ahead and we gather our screws. The smaller ones going to go on the outside, and the larger ones go on the inside. Alright, so you're going to go ahead and start connecting your hoses again starting with your main lead going on the head of your cleaner. Push it down tightly. Then you're going to start connecting all of your lines together. Go ahead and dunk your cleaner. Now you're going to want to submerge the hose. We have the majority of it connected together. We're going to submerge it to take all the air out of the lines. to turn on your vacuum cleaner. And this here concludes repairing and completely rebuilding a Pentair Great White vacuum cleaner. This also will work for the brand new Pentair Dorado vacuum cleaner.